Alright, it is time for the in memoriam.
As Moenbryda was a native of Eorzean, feel it is only fitting that we gather before the Mark of the Scholar. Are you familiar with the stone? It is a monument found at Ratherfrost, and is sacred to Thaliak, guardian deity of the City of Learning. There we shall pray for our dear friend's soul, and bid her a peaceful return to the light of the Mother Crystal.
In between recordings, I checked the sound quality. Seems like my voice was coming in a little quiet there.
Dumbass!
And I'm a loud guy.
Double dumbass on you!
So that shouldn't be the case. Oh, that's an ominous figure if I ever saw one. I've also got the volume on my TV super low so that it doesn't, yeah. I mean, I hardly knew who she was, but these guys have known her for years.
Forgive me, Moenbryda. Had I been quicker...
No, don't blame yourself,
wiser,
Ophelia. No.
But I was not. And you paid the price.
No,
But you would not suffer us to wallow in our sorrow, would you? You would tell us to pick ourselves up and get on with it. And so we shall. We shall defend this realm and her people to the last.
Yeah! I'll use my sword! By the way, ow! You again. I hate you!
For death, a fair exchange.
Shut up, you little baby dragon. I could stuff you in a sack at any time, you know.
Other bargains will be struck.
I had to adjust my camera a little bit there. That creepy dragon visited me again. Alright, back to Moenbryda. Alright.
Though we have said our farewells, the pall of sadness has diminished but a little. Forgive me, as antecedent, 'tis my job to be the pillar of strength for all others to lean upon.
Hey, you can lean upon me anytime you want, Moenbryda. Just do it on my left side so I can use my sword.
Yet I also believe the grief we feel is now precious in its own way, and not to be swept aside lightly. Do you not agree, Boone?
Ooh, cutscene time?
'Tis as if a dagger has been thrust into my breast.
That would be a tragic waste.
But 'tis a pain we must learn to bear if we are to forge ahead with our duty. Battles we have fought, taken the lives of so many. Louisoix, Moenbryda, our fellows of the Waking Sands.
Hey, don't forget, what's his name, the Self.
Their spirit and dedication to our cause, however, will never be lost as long as we rise to fight once more. I hardly need to remind you of this, of course. 'Tis for my own benefit that I repeat these words, a reaffirmation of mine own chosen path. If I do not rebuild the foundation of my resolve, I am like to collapse in a fit of weeping. My apologies again, Boone. There is no other to whom I could display such weakness.
Is this where Sateki Dane starts playing?
You are my pillar of strength, and I fear that I have need of your steadfast presence in the days to come.
Okay, as long as I get to keep using my sword. More cutscene. Oh. A victory won, a comrade lost. To honor the fallen, the living forge ever on towards the light of a new day.
Have you a moment, Boone? I believe Ida wishes a word with you.
Oh, does she want to spar?
I should consider it a personal favor if you would lend a sympathetic ear to her troubles.
Of course, anytime.
She has not been herself since Moenbryda's passing. My heart aches to see her so downcast.
Oh, she could use a good sparring session. Let's go. And conveniently, Ida is right over here. Oh, she's coughing, right?
Oh, it's Boone! Great! Oh, it's no use. I'm trying to stay positive, but, it's just odd, you know? The thing is, I know Moon would tell me off if she saw me moping around like this apple as it ain't. Which is why I decided to cheer myself up by getting her a special flower. I placed an order for a moon daisy with Rowena a little while ago, and it's ready to be picked up. Truth is, I find Rowena to be a bit difficult to deal with at the best of times, and well, this isn't one of them. I know it's silly, but I can't just face it at the moment. So I was wondering, do you think you could maybe collect it for me? I have the coin to pay for the flower right here.
Okay, so you want me to grab that stuff for you. Alright, you betcha.
Thank you so much. I'll be waiting for you and the daisy at Rathfrost.
Excellent. Alright. I guess now I'm an FTD florist. Okay, so first we gotta go to this lady who's named after the witch on Supernatural.
What can I get for you today, adventurer? Eldritch trinket to trade? Eh? They got you running errands now. Now, them scions really know how to make the most of your talents, don't they? Sending the savior of Eorzean to the bleeding market.
I love this lady.
Fine, you see your time, that is. Seriously though, you'd best learn how to say no, or they'll have you mucking about the chocobo stables next.
God, I hope not.
Anyway, what was it you were here to pick up? Oh, the moon daisy was it? Here and take it. Until that Ada lass, I've got a wide selection of headwear in stock, if she ever decides to replace that duldy old mask of hers. God knows she needs to.
Bitch, if you say one more thing about my sparring partner. And now we gotta have a long and arduous journey to. Damn it, my recording was paused. Well, nothing major happened. The dragon showed up, and oh shit, here come the dragons.
Is that what I think it is?
Not if you think it's a flock of seagulls. I'm gonna have to check the record to see what I was actually recording.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
We
Hi,
have
Alfie.
received grave tidings from Ishgard. Pray return to the Rising Stones at once.
Okay. Sorry, Ida, we're gonna have to hold off on that sparring sesh. Are they gonna teleport us there instantly, or do we gotta walk there ourselves? But lucky for you guys, we have movie magic!
My apologies for the interruption. I was deeply saddened to learn of Moenbryda's passing. Her loss will be sorely felt, and I feel the need to shout OBJECTION! Alas, recent developments in Ishgard leave us little time to mourn. The envoy from Kurthus will soon arrive. We must hasten to hear her report.
Okay.
The envoy is here.
Is it Edgeworth? Just found out that this guy's voiced by the same guy that did Phoenix Wright. Thanks for arranging the meeting.
Certainly. You come with news of the Dravanians. Aye, the dragons have begun their attack in earnest. The first wave reached the Central Highlands a short while ago, and battle was joined soon thereafter. Sir Aymeric himself sallied forth with a contingent of temple knights and several companies of the noble house's finest. Though the beasts were ultimately forced into retreat, our victory, if such it may be called, came at the cost of many of our own. Too many.
Oh, it was Pyric, was it? That's why you don't auto-resolve! Never auto-resolve!
We will not withstand a second wave should the Dravanians renew their assault.
Let's get Legend of Total War on this, he might be able to help. But, if they're coming at you with a Dragon Doomstack, you're pretty fucked.
You paint a grim picture, my lady. Is it reinforcements you seek, then? We do, though it pricks our pride. It is plain to see we cannot protect Ishgard with our ranks thus thinned by the Horde. Sir Aymeric would meet with you to discuss the possibility of enlisting your aid. Very well. I shall depart for Kurthus at once, just as soon as I pass the bar. I must warn you, however, that the involvement of the Crystal Braves is by no means assured. Our commitment to quelling unrest in Uldar must take precedence. It is with such contingencies in mind that I make another request.
Oh great, another great company run.
Though I will gladly appeal to the Grand Companies on your behalf, I dare not promise a favorable reply. You need say no more. Considering our past dealings with the Eorzean Alliance, I can imagine how well our plea will be received.
Then send me! I can use my sword!
But the fate of Ishgard hangs in the balance. We must explore every avenue still open to us, no matter how unpromising. I see. Very well. I shall send envoys to each of the allied nations. Have them present your request directly to the heads of the Grand Companies.
Oh, thank God, I thought she was gonna send me again.
In the event that your plea does not receive a favorable answer, know that any support is certain to be conditional. Demands will be made of Ishgard. That is only to be expected. Rest assured that I speak with Sir Aemeric's authority in this matter, and that our actions are fully sanctioned by the Holy See. Which brings me to my final request, a personal appeal to you, Warrior of Light. The Lord Commander much desires to speak with you, regardless of your fellow's involvement.
Why do so many people want my butt?
You faced Midgar Sommer and survived. Anything you can share of your experience may yield us an advantage over our foe. Thank you. You wear the mantle of hero well.
Speaking of mantles, Why are your shoulder pads so big? Don't they get in the way?
'Twould seem the road leads us both to Camp Dragonhead. Seek me out when you arrive, Boone.
I ain't got no objections.
What do you mean by that?
Nothing. Computer. Oh, cutscene. That's not ominous. Oh, shit. Wait a minute, isn't that place we saw with the Holy Knights in a previous cutscene? Well. Uh-oh. Dissension amongst the ranks, huh? Ooh, nice kite shield. Oh, does this part have no subtitles? There's no audio. Oh, nope, just the howling wind. Oh, great. So is she what they call a Dravanian? Or are the dragons the Dravanians? I'm confused about that. Can dragons take
The
humanoid
sons
form in
must
this world?
answer for their father's misdeeds. Only then will the cycle be broken.
No, it won't. That's the very definition of keeping the cycle going!
Brothers and sisters of the heavens, we raise our voices and join you in the chorus.
Sure you're breathing okay? I mean, because your lips are kind of blue there.
The sinner's feeble magics are undone. Come, claim your retribution.
I am gonna kick your ass so hard. So obviously evil. All she needs is a pointy hat. Objection!
It seems I was the swifter, Boone. You two, however, have arrived with time to spare, for our host has yet to make an appearance. The murmurings about the camp tell of some matter of trouble at the Gates of Judgment. The Lord Commander's absence, I suggest we visit the place and find out what is afoot.
Alright, now here we're gonna question these knights to find out who is suspicious. Who did we see venting?
The Gates of Judgment are much more than mere doors. They are the outermost layer of Ishgard's magical wards. If our first line of defense can be so easily shattered, oh, then we're fucked. When I laid eyes on Lady Ishgard, I felt all the blood rushing to my penis. I mean, I felt the marrow freeze within my bones. Yeah, she was scary. She scared me.
Okay, who wrote this script? Dominic Deegan?
Heretic scum! How dare they meddle in our divine protections! I shall rid our nation of their blasphemy, even if it means cutting them down one by one.
We need not fret over much. There are yet several layers of arcane protection that shield the city from invasion. Mother will be fine.
Objection! Would seem the heretic struck the first and most telling blow against Ishgard. Scions, we expected you at Camp Dragonhead. My apologies. We had chanced to hear that there had been troubles at the gates, and thought it more prudent to investigate the cause. Then you have learned of the heretic's treachery. Lady Ishgard led a force of her followers against our defenders, and came close enough to dispel the first of our wards. Let us speak more of this at the camp. Sir Aymeric awaits you.
Yay!
Lady Ishgard has grown bold indeed, as she would risk direct action against the city. Come, let us do as we were bid, and return to Camp Dragonhead.
Can we get a burger?
Shut up, Maya.
'Tis reassuring indeed to behold the countenance of a friend when one's homeland teeters on the brink of disaster. Oh, mon Dieu. Though a single misstep could send us plunging into the abyss, your heroic presence stokes the flames of courage within my heart. Ah, but you did not come to Dragonhead to listen to my prattling. The Lord Commander has arrived, and would treat with you in the intercessory.
Oh, who goes that? Shall I show you inside, sir? Righto.
Hi. I thank you for coming with such haste, and apologize for my absence. Suffice it to say, Lady Ishgard and her heretics have much to answer for.
Yes, we are but recently returned from the Gates of Judgment ourselves, and Uji was not happy. Given the circumstances, we quite understand if you'd prefer to postpone our appointed audience. On the contrary, Master Alphinaud, I think it more important than ever that this meeting take place. Rest assured, I shall return to my post on Ishgard's walls the moment our business is concluded. Before we move on to the subject of reinforcements, however, I would introduce you to a close friend and stalwart ally, Estinian. Who's that? Wait a minute. Don't I know this guy? Wait, who's that? With the boots. Whoa! You got a blade on your frickin' foot. How do you ride a horse without hurting it? Oh, he's a dragoon. Nice! Is this how the dragoon class got introduced into the game? Dumbass! May I present to you Ishgard's Azure Dragoon. Azure! Azure Edge! An impressive title, though I confess, I know precious little of the Order of Dragoons. They are formidable warriors all, yet even among such masters of the lance, Estinian is without equal. He's gonna die, isn't he? He, out of all the warriors of Ishgard, was chosen to wield the power of dragons, and thus may contend with any Dravanian. You flatter me overmuch, Lord Commander. We ready to fight some dragons? So, you're the adventurer of whom they spoke. I see now why my blood fair sang in anticipation of our meeting. Well, now that we've all been introduced, let us proceed to the matter at hand. I would share with you what we have learned of Ishgard's design, as confessed by the heretics taken captive after the assault of the gates. But seeing that Lady Ishgard and the Dravanians share a common goal, the reclamation of Nidhogg's stolen eye. Oh, Nidhogg. Wondering when that was going to come up. He's in a lot of Final Fantasy games, you know. Nidhogg, one of the 7 Great Worms. His name features heavily in your nation's library. Though once defeated by the hero Haldrath, the beast is said to have terrorized Kurthus since Ishgard's founding. Many are the scars our walls bear from Nidhogg's relentless efforts to raise the city. The trophy Haldrath plucked from the bested worm's skull, known simply as the Eye, is a treasured relic of Ishgard, one possessed of untold power. Ooh, we're gonna abuse the hell out of it, aren't we? Should it ever be returned to Nidhogg, the dread creature would be restored to the height of his strength. Then no wall or ward we could erect would ever be stout enough to deny him. But I could still kill him with a sword. Oh, shut up, Midgard. My vengeful son hath waged war upon the Ishgardians for 1,000 years. No mortal mind could comprehend the depths of his rancor. What's a Star Wars character got to do with this? The eye itself is secreted deep within the vault. It is kept under heavy guard, surrounded at all times by men and women who have proven their loyalty to the Holy See, and it's already been stolen, hasn't it? But those stout walls and sharp blades may suffice to discourage the heretics. The dragons are another matter. There are individuals within the Dravanian horde whom an entire company of knights would labor to repel, to say nothing of Nidhogg himself. Nor does age rob them of their strength. Through the endless march of years, the dragons endure, patient, calculating, inexorable. You must understand, these creatures do not share our perception of time. And that is especially true of the Great Worms, who spend centuries in slumber only to wake up and resume their campaign as if mere hours are past goblins! And it has been 20 years since Nidhogg last darkened our skies. 20 years for him to gather his strength and for us to bolster our defenses. And now, just as he seems primed to return, the heretics strike the gates. Lovely! You believe that Lady Ishgard is in league with the creature, then? Of that we cannot be certain. Though we know the heretics covet the eye, we have been unable to determine their plans for it. They're not going to use it as a sex toy, are they? Such questions aside, we must needs address... There's that phrase again. We must needs address the ragged hole in their mistress. The ragged hole in their mistress? Hello! We must needs address the ragged hole their mistress has seen fit to rend in Ishgard's protections. 'Tis a weakness the Dravanians are not like to leave untested. So it would seem. You have described a plight in admirable detail, Lord Commander. Yet I cannot help but wonder at your candor. Why share such sensitive information with us? I shall speak plain. Ishgard has need of allies, and I would have you bolster our front lines in readiness for the coming battle against the dragons. Oh, goody! This much I expected. Unlike our arrangement concerning the Keeper of the Lake, however, only you stand to benefit from our assistance in this matter, which concerns only Ishgard and Dravania. But I want to kill things with swords. Alfie, please, can we? Come on, little buddy. When the Eorzean Alliance first requested Ishgard's assistance during Operation Archon, you refused us. Did I say Operation? Who cares? Does it not seem grossly unjust to demand that we now risk our lives to your private war? Oh, come on! I want to fight some dragons! I make no attempt to defend my country's conduct. I only ask that you consider what you would do if Ishgard were to fail. Having razed our city to the ground, the Horde would have little cause to linger, and most would return to their lairs in Dravania. Soon thereafter, the ruins of Kurthus would be buried in snow, and the land would become the sole province of beasts and beastmen. Until the Garleans' arrival, that is, for you may be certain that the Empire would not hesitate to reclaim Kurthus. They would not even have to draw steel.
How are you surprised? Surprise Pikachu face, please. Future me. Bam!
An imperial province sharing a border with Mordona. 7 hells. Very well. We will assist you in repelling the dragons. The roar of a great worm may have shaken the firmament, but we of Eorza will not abandon our Ishgardian brothers to face the coming horde alone.
Oh, goody, we get to kill things! With swords!
Nor did I ever think you would. Now, upon the matter of the roar.
Allow me, Sir Americ. Through the power of the Eye, I have become the vessel of Nidog's strength. His essence has stolen into my very blood.
I like this guy's armor. Surprise Pikachu face!
Fear not. I am in full control of my faculties, I assure you. And the Eye itself is of no relevance to this tale. It is not essential that I bear it with me wherever I go. Its lingering influence does, however, allow me to hear Nidhogg's voice.
And then the worm who roared
was Nidhogg. Aye. He was meant to hurl his horde against Daudafinian's collar and shatter the remaining wards that protect the city. There could be no doubt. There could be no doubt. The worm has summoned his minions to war. Dun dun dun!
Done? I thought the table was more of a taupe.
Though the circumstances are far from ideal, this desperate endeavor will at least provide us an opportunity to bring the sister states of Eorzea together in a common cause. Sir Americ was far more ruthless in his negotiations than I had anticipated. I suppose one must give it no quarter when one's home is at stake.
I'll take it.
But did you see the look on his face when he formally requested our assistance? Though the Lord Commander has long campaigned for Ishgard to open its gates to outsiders, I suspect this softening of the Holy See's attitude towards foreign cooperation comes as something of a bittersweet victory. The days ahead promise to be interesting indeed.
Alright, prepare for war. Alright, great.
If we are to aid the Ishgardians in this war of theirs, preparations will have to be made, and soon.
He's one to talk about looks on the face.
Before proceeding, however, we must needs return to the Rising Stones and make our report to the antecedent.
Alright. Yep. What the hell? Uh-oh. What happened? Oh dear. Hold on, what's going on here?
Alphino.
There we go.
It is good to see you. Tell me, what have you learned?
Pray summon the others. Everyone must hear my report.
Yeah, too much lemon, not enough honey.
So this was all but a taste of what's to come.
Yep.
Indeed. The main host advances upon Ishgard as we speak.
Whose vaunted defenses have been nullified.
Yes, quite.
Shorn of its wards, the city will bear the full force of Nidhogg's fury.
Most likely, we'll have to kick his ass.
Though he's not a primal,
All
he's
those
just a
people.
dragon. Yeah, they're gonna die unless we do
Alphino is
something.
right. The Dravanians cannot be allowed to prevail. If Ishgard falls,
Obviously.
all of Eorzea will suffer the consequences.
I thought that was pretty obvious.
Then you agree that we have no choice but to intervene. For the good of the realm, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn and the Crystal Braves must join the defense of Ishgard.
Totally. I thought that was obvious. Don't be
Let there
stubborn,
be no
Minfilia.
ambiguity about what has been proposed. We would be directly intervening in the war.
Between people and monsters, right?
But if all here believe the cause to be just, then to war we shall go.
Stay by my side this time, okay? I can't have you getting kidnapped again. My god.
The
got
path
a
we
weapon,
now
use
embark
it.
upon is perilous. But I pray you will walk with us to the end.
Ma'am, wherever there's swords to be swung, I'm there to swing them. I like swords!
For those we have lost, for those we can yet save.
Then it is settled. I shall inform the Council of our intentions and request that they contribute their own forces to the defense of Ishgard.
Excellent. Pardon me, excuse me. Ah ha 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 ha. Ah ha 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 ho 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 ho.
Oh, so by the way, what are you doing later?
Oh, one last thing. What's up? What? Was that supposed to be voiced? Was there supposed to be dialogue there? What's going on?
The signs were all there, and neither me nor Rial could see them at the time.
It's not really improv if you do it in post, but oh, whatever.
I don't know why everyone's being so quiet. This is awkward.
I have bid the Archons travel to their assigned nations. Should the members of the Alliance agree to pledge Grand Company soldiers to Ishgard's cause, our comrades will be on hand to act as intermediaries for the duration of the conflict. The small matter of persuading the Alliance leaders to grant such support I leave to Alpha now.
Of course, he's good at that.
For you, my friend, a different task awaits.
Okay.
I would have you reach out to your fellow adventurers and gather what allies you may for the coming siege.
Ooh, a raid!
I would also have you consider the matter of your own security. Revenant's Toll is but a short flight from the snowfields of Kurthus. It is not unimaginable that the fighting may spill across the border. Pray brief Slathborn on the brewing conflict and discuss potential contingencies. The frontier settlers must be prepared for aught that might wing its way over our walls. I only hope that such precautions prove unnecessary.
Oh, don't we all, right?
Ah, before you leave, might I suggest you have Tataru accompany you?
What is she gonna do? Oh, admin.
She has a talent for administration and a firm grasp of the practical challenges we may encounter.
I mean, what's she gonna do? Admin the dragons to death? She's right behind me, isn't she? I'm not gonna try and do her voice today. We are rather to Kurthus, aren't we? Said Tataru. We'd best see to our own defenses and take stock of our supplies. Oh, and we'll also need to have beds and bandages laid out just in case. A good receptionist is ready for any eventuality. Let's go, Boone. I have 101 things to discuss with Slathborn.
Are they all Dalmatians?
I appreciate the warning, Pilgrim. If war is coming to Kurthus, then the toll must be made ready. I'll increase the number of patrols and lookouts immediately. I'll also see about finding room for an infirmary, as well as temporary housing for victims of the conflict. Ishgard has done well by us in the past, and I would return the favor, Pilgrim. But as for rounding up volunteers for the fighting itself, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. I will not send my fellow guild members to die on Ishgardian soil, and I'm certain headquarters will say the same, Pilgrim. There will be no official Adventurers Guild presence at this siege, Pilgrim. That said, each adventurer is, of course, free to do as he or she will. Man's gotta have a creed, something to live by. I shall have a word with some of my more capable colleagues on your behalf, Pilgrim. And you might try your luck here in Revenant's Toil. I dare say there's quite a few stout souls about town who will answer your call to arms.
He won't help us! Yeah, he's doing the mysterious adventurer pose.
Spare me your talk of glory and fame. I'm not in the habit of volunteering for lost causes.
But there could be free swords?
I've survived this long by trusting my instincts, and my instincts tell me to stay well away from Ishgard.
That one didn't pan out, sir.
Oh, hi, Zell.
Why are we going back here?
Right mess. Ishgard sounds like she's in a right mess. But that ain't what I wanted to talk to you about. Need you to cast your mind back to that scuffle with the Empire out by the processing plant. A lad from Little Almego by the name of Wilrid was there with the fourth that day, right? And I want to know if you've seen him since, have you? Oh, no I've not. God damn it, I feared as much, mate. That's a diggery-do. No one's bloody seen him. It's like the ground opened up and swallowed him whole, with over 3,000 pounds per square inch. But that ain't all. Around this time, Wilrid stopped turning up for duty. Them black market weapons went missing from our vault in Ulda.
Oh, fuck buttons. So now half the braids are suspecting the lad of making off with the goods. Oh, shit.
he's gonna do some fool thing like attack the Empire again, isn't he? The only thing that binds us together is some vague oath about fighting for the freedom of all. That and steady pay. Now, compared to most others in his crew, Will Rid's a fresh-faced novice, a bleeding whelp amongst wolves. But the boy's got passion. When he talked about being the guardian of Eorzea, he bloody well meant it. A lad like him wouldn't rob us blind and bugger off like that. He ain't the type, mate. And then, this is just between you and me, mind. There's the fact that the lad wanted to tell me something queer he noticed in the ledgers. Something about the Braves numbers not adding up. Crikey! Oi, there's a feeling at the end of this trail I stumbled on, and I'll bet me good arse that ain't on Wilred. Any road, you got a war to win, so I'll let you go on. Just thought you should know. See you later, alligator.
After a while, crocodile.
You want to stay and guard Revenant's Toll. That's valid. That's valid.
Sell me blade to the Ishgardians. Well, them dragons are a fearsome lot, but I'd slay me fair share if the call's good. I've worked for one of them nights before, you know. Watched me like a bloody ock, you did. Still, I'd put up with worse for a heavy coin purse. Quite agree. And this is getting all too silly.
Angular adventurer, I'm more of a react guy myself. Volunteer my services in defense of Ishgard, I think not, and this is why. Dragons claim the lives of every one of my brothers. I did not mean to offer them mine. 'Twas to escape with such a fate that I took up the mantle of adventurer in the first...
Your answer to escaping from dragons was to become an adventurer. The Alliance leaders are convening in Uldar. Exquisite. Alright. Alright! We are here. Alfie. I felt obliged to attend. Alright, we're gonna go to a meeting? Great! Free snacks! Is there voice acting here, or do I gotta strain myself again?
I don't mind, but
Merleweeb still creeps me out.
We are well aware of Ishgard's dilemma, and we agree with your assessment.
Is there a but?
There better not be a but, ma'am.
Then I trust there are no objections to the Crystal Braves' intervention.
Prosecution does not object.
Uldar has not.
Huzzah. Good stuff.
Gridania does not object.
How about you, Merleweeb?
The Crystal Braves are yours to command, Alfino. Do what you will. We shall pray for your success.
So you're not gonna commit any troops? Okay, whatever. Oh, Ishgard's landlocked.
It was my hope that you would offer more substantial aid than prayer. I know it is within your means.
Oh.
Do not presume that you have knowledge of our every concern. The Garleans and the Beast Tribes are but two of many.
I mean, you got pirates too, don't you?
We are not in a position to contribute greatly to the defense of Ishgard. Not when our own homes are still under siege.
Yeah, besides which, isn't Ishgard landlocked? I'll have to look at the map later.
We dare not leave our interests in Cartano undefended as well. Telegi Adalegi and his ilk would seize control of the territories in our absence.
Of course he would. Can we kill him, please? My sword has been aching.
The enemy is at their gates, and you would cower behind yours?
Thank you, Alfie. I'm gonna let him talk. He seems to have my opinion.
No one is cowering, boy. We will offer what support we can.
My boy.
Aye, support. A handful of men and no more.
Yeah, whatever you can spare, right?
Would that we could commit more than a token force to this cause. Yet there are others to whom you might turn. The free companies ever want for work.
Ah, you mean this game's equivalent to guilds?
Ah, yes. The free companies. They're not like to turn you down.
Wait, do I have to join a guild at this point?
I beg your pardon? You would entrust the survival of Ishgard to sell swords?
Wow. Way to call out the people who are in free companies.
Crises like these are the very reason why this alliance was formed. It is our duty to aid our fellow man.
What is a man? A miserable little pile of secrets.
My duty is to my country and my people.
Your country is going to get fucked in the ass if Ishgard falls, Merleweeb.
If you expect us to place the welfare of a foreign power above our own, you're going to be sorely disappointed.
If Ishgard falls, so do us all. Are you stupid or something?
Lest you doubt, Limsa comes first, then the Alliance, and finally, circumstances permitting, Ishgard and the rest. If you cannot understand so simple a concept, then you have no place at this table.
Hey, where's the Queen?
Forgive me, Admiral. I was careless in my choice of words.
Oh, these are just the leaders of the free company. No, she's also the ruler of Gridania, right?
Assuming you haven't already. Your fellows served us well during Operation Archon. I dare say they will do so again.
Yeah, I was gonna offer, but nobody, like, these crappies are really good. Can't get enough of them. Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm gonna go there and use my sword. I'll do it in exchange for, all the swords.
I wish to propose a redistribution of forces.
If
we entrust the security of Uldar to the Brass Blades for a time, we can dispatch a larger force to Ishgard.
Is that a good idea? Oh, there she is. She's so short.
Your Grace?
Poor thing, she's probably crying. Oh, she's falling asleep?
Yes. Yes, of course. Do what you will.
Hey, Nanamo. Precious cinnamon roll. What is with that dress, though? Why does it go poof? Is there like a wire in there somewhere? No.
Is Her Grace not feeling well?
To the best of my knowledge, Her Grace is in perfect health.
I see. Carry on.
Michael. I hope she's not sick or something. I like swords. I wonder what's next.
Let's see. Once again, I owe you an apology. It seems you have been conscripted into leading another contingent of...
But I want to! But I want to do it!
But I fear we've been left with little alternative. We cannot well abandon Lord Hoshafront or Sir Emmerich to their fate. We must abide by the Council's decision, as short-sighted as it is, and strive to fulfill our roles as the Eorzean's guardians.
But I was gonna do that anyway!
Captain Ilbert, what news?
Oh, wrong voice.
The assault has begun?
Okay, in our next episode, we go to the Gates of Judgment.